Welcome to another episode of the Guerrilla Press. We are your Wrestling Dorks. I am John, joined as always to my left by the talker of talking, Sam. Welcome to the recording studio.
Hello.
Hello. And to Sam's left, we have the hater of nothing, Jay Lucky.
Ah, I like that.
Yeah, I thought about it.
True, but okay.
It was brought to me by some fan mail that we'll get to later. But yeah, Jay Lucky's got a new nickname, the hater of nothing, because she claims to hate nothing. I could think of at least one thing that she hates. But
Body hair?
oh, well, now two things. But yes, body hair, she definitely hates that.
Fat?
Oh, three things.
Oh,
No,
my
wait,
goodness,
no.
stop it.
Remember, she doesn't hate those things. She loves those things. That's why she's with
love
me.
them, I know
No,
that.
that's why she's
Tolerates,
with
I think is the correct word
me.
there.
Tolerates. Because normally I make her nachos, which,
Cries herself to sleep at night, I think is,
yeah. I have to admit something, Sam. I completely fucked up dinner tonight. Normally we have nachos on our recording
That's
nights.
apparently the one thing you know how to make.
Yeah, and
A 4,000 calorie plate of nachos.
tonight I decided to switch it up and make, be Mr. Different and unpredictable JB over here. Went with fajitas.
Oh wow, you really switched things up. Nachos to fajitas. Basically, you can take the same shit you put on nachos.
Well,
and have,
Except
Jay Lucky-
he didn't put the same shit.
Jay
he puts
Lucky,
on
tell him how
nachos
great
and a
they were.
fajita. He bought fajita slop and then put chicken with it.
first of all, what is fajita slop? Fajitas don't
He
need anything.
bought, I know, but he bought a seasoning mix
Why?
and it ruined it. It made it taste nasty.
There's no need
Yeah.
for seasoning.
I fucked up, man.
What do you McCormick's everything? You're like, oh, you know what? I'm
It
gonna have
was a
spaghetti.
McCormick's.
It was
Gonna
actually
get
McCormick.
Spaghetti seasoning mix. Like, you don't need that shit. You chop up some peppers, some onions.
You
some
know what
chicken,
happened?
throw it in
And
there.
this was my cheapness coming out. I went into Wise and they had a pound of chicken was like $3. Like the
So
chicken
I'm probably
strips.
gonna die tonight or puke.
I didn't say it was old ass chicken. I just said it was chicken. So I
It's
was like, all
probably
right.
old-ass
I was like,
chicken
what
for
can I make
$3.
with this chicken? So I went over into like the,
chicken nachos didn't come to mind.
like to buy a thing of, I wanted to get like a skillet mix thing or something. You know what I mean? Just something to make quick because we were doing trivia tonight, which we did awful at. And I was like,
Not
oh,
awful coming from you.
yeah. Tonight I kind of fucked up tonight. It was a
You know
big.
what actually is really awful as well? Diet Coke. There's really no need to have it anymore with Coke Zero now out.
Oh,
But
yeah.
it's still super popular, but it tastes like shit. I don't understand it. How it's like
It was free.
yeah. No, but I mean, why is Diet Coke still a thing? Do people not try Coke Zero?
I think people are
I like
resistant
Coke
to
Zero.
change.
I don't like
Yeah.
Coke, but I don't mind Coke Zero.
Yeah, it's a big drop off.
I
Diet
think-
Pepsi is way better.
I
I'm
think-
a Pepsi girl.
Yeah, Pepsi all the way. I'm a Pepsi girl too.
All right, so bad chicken. Was the chicken bad?
No, it was just the McCormick McFajita mix that was no good. I should have just put chicken in with peppers and onions, maybe a little bit of taco seasoning or something like that, and put it inside some tortillas and called it a day. But I bought
what else
like,
did you have?
You
in
probably
there?
could have just used a little bit of cumin and some chili powder.
yeah, I know. I just thought that it was cool. Hey, a pre-made fajita mix. And it wasn't a lot, to
and
be
it
honest
was
with you.
really.
It
I
was
bet you the
such-
sodium count in it was super high.
It was too much flavor, man. And I love flavor. I mean, look at me.
Apparently you do, because you like to season it. I'm not. If I make fajitas, I'm just putting nothing. I'm a nothing person.
No, and I do the same if we go out.
Yeah.
Like, I just like those plain fajitas, but I'm telling you, I
Yeah.
just...
You throw in maybe a little pepper for me.
The worst part, and this is just the worst part, when she walked in and saw there wasn't nachos, but it smelled like nachos, it was like... I can't even explain the look on her face. It was like I told her there was no Christmas or something. You know what I mean? Like, it was just like...
That's scary. You guys do have an unhealthy relationship with your nachos.
Yeah, the
I
nachos
get
is
excited for
holding
them
us
with the
together. I think that's the
Once
only
a
thing.
week. There was a week. I remember there was like, we're having nachos, Raw shows, SmackDown shows, NXT shows.
Hell in a chose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's my once a week guilty pleasure. I love it. And then
It's not just a guilty pleasure anymore. It's like a...
The thing is, he
she can't-
texted me and he goes, "I'm trying something new." So I'm like, "Oh, they're gonna be like fancy nachos. He's adding something different to it. I didn't realize he meant he's making something completely different.
Well, that's what I meant.
You thought black bean nachos.
And what I did is I texted her and said, trying something new tonight so that she wouldn't expect nachos. But she took it
all
as...
you put was, I'm trying something new. And I was like,
She took it as...
Lobster
it
nachos.
Yeah, it has to be nachos.
Lobster nachos.
It has to be nachos. Like, she couldn't, like compute it.
no, you should have said, I'm trying something different other than nachos.
And then
Because you always
then the
make
response,
nachos.
the response would have been, I'm not coming home tonight.
She'd come into like a filet mignon.
So you
like,
did it
what's
on
this
purpose.
garbage?
I was actually,
You purposely-
I was going for steak. I was gonna get 2 steaks and make steaks and potato and broccoli. That was my plan. But the chicken was so cheap, so we got
That worked out for you.
We got shitty fajitas.
You couldn't sour cream it up?
I put sour cream. She doesn't do sour cream.
Oh,
she
sour
guacked
cream's
it.
amazing.
She guacked it.
Yeah, I would put sour.
It
was
didn't
all
matter.
right,
Some
but then
guac.
but the guac.
There was
the
too much
whole
flavor.
thing- the
You
whole
just
thing
couldn't
was
do
just-
it. Yep. So anyways, there was a 5-minute fajita rant that we just had. This is a wrestling podcast, and we have lots
Do a fajita podcast.
and lots of wrestling to talk about tonight. Sam, was this not one of the most eventful weeks, or at least Raws, we've had in a long time?
Yeah.
Impactful.
Fair to say. I mean, yeah.
So let's get it out of the way. We're gonna play a little clip courtesy of WWE.com right here.
Wait, if you say courtesy, where you can just use it? Is it like they do on?
They post it. They allow me to use it.
Yeah,
So
but I think the courtesy is they extend like when you like on SmackDown. I mean SmackDown on ESPN when they have like courtesy to Fox. Like I think Fox says, "Hey, if you put the courtesy, you can use it."
I'm pretty sure WWE's cool with us using
All
their
right. Hey, I
their
don't want to get
1
sued
minute
by
clip.
Vinnie Mac.
What he can have my fajitas. I mean, I have nothing to give him. So I'm if I had money,
He
I'd
would take her.
Courtesy of WWE.
Thank you.
I
See,
think they'll cover us, but
I think a girl saying it covers
Okay.
it. From what I've learned,
should be
her
in the next bra and panties match.
that's fine. Yeah, somebody else can make her
God, nobody
nachos.
wants to see that.
Anyways, so here's what we opened up Raw to. Roman Reigns coming out.
It's a lie because the reality is my real name is Joe. And I've been living with leukemia for 11 years. And unfortunately, it's back. And because the leukemia is back, I cannot fulfill my role. I can't be that fighting champion. And I'm going to have to relinquish the Universal Championship.
So there was Sam. That obviously, what was your initial reaction and overall?
So I gotta tell everybody, I shoot darts on Monday nights, so I don't watch Raw while it's live and happening. I got a text at 8:01 from a wrestling friend. Now he didn't spoil anything for me. He's like, just basically said, I have my phone here. I might as well just verbatim give you the text message that he said. And he goes, wow, holy hell, man, are you watching Raw? And I just quickly responded, don't spoil DVR. And he's like, okay, I won't, but it's absolutely huge. I'm like,
Right.
all right.
Yeah.
And then, because I sent that to you, I think you quickly like,
I went on to Bleacher Report and just started reading the recap because I
yeah,
was at work.
are you working?
Yeah.
You were parking cars?
Yes, sir. Yeah, I was
46 cent.
Yeah, somebody tipped me 46 cents last night. It was awesome. Anyways,
So Roman and again, I even said to you, I sent you a text then. I was like, as I figured it was big, I was like, just, did anybody die? And you're like, no. And I'm like, all right, because I had a weird feeling like maybe somebody died, and I didn't want to like get blindsided about like Hogan dying or something. I really didn't. That would have fucked me up. So, yeah. So I started watching, and I'm like, I didn't know what to expect. I mean, I thought maybe there was just a bunch of like really a good start to the show. I was thinking maybe WWE signed Bullet Club or the Elite, and they come in and they attack, and we maybe get a good invasion angle or whatever.
yeah, something crazy.
And then as soon as Roman hits the ring, and he basically starts saying, you know, it was all a lie. My name is Joe, which I mean everybody knows. Like obviously Roman Reigns isn't his name, but he's like, and I've been battling leukemia for the last 11 years. So I'm like, what? Hey, like I don't think anybody knew that.
Right, it's the big secret. I mean, it's crazy.
Right, and then right away he basically says, it's come back, and I'm like, oh my god, like. he has cancer. It was unbelievable to think, like, and, you know, the fans, you know, gave him the support that, you know, he deserves. It's a lot of interesting topics come off of this whole thing because I see a lot of people on Facebook groups and Twitter going back and forth, and people are like, oh my God, this man had cancer and you were booing him. I'm like, people are idiots.
Yeah,
like,
I know. The trolls really came out last
yeah,
night.
like, A, nobody knew he had cancer. B, we're booing a character. It's like not liking a bad guy in a movie or,
right.
You know what I mean? Nobody's wishing anything upon Joseph. I don't know.
Annoy.
Yeah.
It's the worst last name.
Yeah. Nobody's wishing ill on. We're just saying we don't like the character and how he's, you know, portraying it or whatever.
Yeah.
No ill will to the guy. And obviously, you know, with what he's going through, obviously, you know, I would wish him the best as well and hope he gets, you know, healthy. Yeah. So it was just crazy news.
Yeah. So you got to see it too. You got to see it live, I think, didn't you, Jay Lucky? Or you got to see most of it? Either way, what were your reactions when you?
Oh my God, it was sad. It was so sad. I don't know. It was. I mean, anybody going through it's sad. But I mean, the way he, you know, said everything, and I don't know, it was sad. And then even to see the Shield at the end,
I
and
think
kind
that
of
was
see
the part
Seth
that broke
Rollins
you up
kind
a
of
little
tear
bit.
up, and you know, Dean Ambrose, he didn't like exactly tear up, but you could tell he was upset, and you could tell like Roman had tears. Like to see like strong men, portrayed strong men, like sitting there. I don't know.
What's the matter with strong men crying? It's okay to cry.
Nothing, no.
All right, just making sure
we're
not
no.
breaking them down for crying.
I
like a good cry.
I think it hits you a little bit harder for some
cry
reason.
2 times
I don't
a
know
day.
why it just does.
Didn't you have to explain it to your daughter then too?
Well, yeah, she texted me and she just goes, cause she kind of caught it and she goes, why is Roman so upset and why? And then like a few seconds later, why is the Shield so upset? So then like I texted her and I told her what happened and she's just like, so does that mean is he just not wrestling tonight or he can't wrestle? But like she doesn't know, you know, and I'm like, no, Samantha, he has to go through treatment and you know, it's, you know, it's sad. It's
Well,
really
that's the
sad.
thing. Like for a kid, these are, you know, kind of like superheroes. I mean, like you said, imagine if when we were kids, Ultimate Warrior has leukemia or something.
It, but
oh my God, yeah. But you know what I'm saying? Mr. Perfect for me, it would have been. But yeah, it's just like, trying to explain that to a kid has got to be so difficult. I mean, I don't have emotions, but it's still, it hits you, especially the whole night was up and down of emotions.
I went to the grocery store today to buy stuff for like a work thing. But anyway, I'm walking down the aisle and 2 guys that work at the grocery store in like the meat department were talking about it.
Yeah.
Oh my God, man, last night, did you hear what happened with Roman Reigns? Like, you know, it was just, and I was like, I wanted to chime in like, well, yes, did you hear it? You know, like, it's so sad.
You should have been
But
like,
people were
tune in
trying-
on Thursday to the Wrestling Dorks podcast. Where are
losers
you at?
watching wrestling.
Oh,
Yeah, you're supposed to
Sorry.
promote. Yeah, good work.
sorry. It's
So,
kind of weird. I didn't want to talk to guys playing with me.
You know, obviously the news has hit home and we're going to have to move on without Roman, and the show did go on. How,
Of course, the show goes on.
The show goes on, no
after
doubt.
Owen Hart plummeted to his death live
Yeah.
in front of everybody.
the show definitely goes on, and without their top current star, we talked about past stars coming back, but how do you think this affects the entire card? Do you think everybody kind of just bumps up one, or do you think people are going to slot in?
That's
Or
basically what they did. I thought, again, after watching that, it made me really think about how bad WWE really is with their writing. Like, because when Reigns spoke last night, he spoke, and I know it was about a topic obviously super close to him, but he spoke relatably to people. It was clear, it was passionate,
Yeah.
and half the promos, 3/4, 80, 90%, I'll say, of WWE promos come off super scripted and not good.
Well, the Kurt Angle promo later about Crown Jewel was one of the worst promos I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, I mean, it's all forced shit that isn't coming off, whatever. I mean, I won't say that was the worst, but...
It was really bad. I had a hard time. And he's also just a really bad reader. You could see his eyes, doing the scanning thing the whole time.
He's reading. Of course he's reading.
Yeah, but were the words, all the way across the room? He was, watching he's, I don't know.
So, it just made me think. So, I mean, it's not a good sign, something like that. Obviously, odds are it does come back, but obviously probably the second wave is worse than the first.
Oh, I'm sure.
And you're
you're
a
older.
little bit older. I mean,
yeah.
granted, he's still young. He's younger than way younger than you.
Oh, thanks.
Well, still younger than me. So I mean, I think he has a good shot. He's in good shape to beat it and come back. And hey, Vince probably is like, all right, well, losing Roman, but all right, he's going to beat this thing. He's going to come back and be more over than ever.
The biggest superhero ever.
Vince's wheels
oh,
are
I'm
spinning
sure
in
Vince
his head,
already sees like,
he's like, all right, I know if he can beat this, we're set. So, and I think when he comes back, there won't be boos.
no, there can't be. I mean, it'll just be.
So I'll be so mad when he comes back. People want to cheer him. And then Vince is like, all right, time to turn this motherfucker heel. So, yeah, and I guess we saw pretty much the result of it. I mean, maybe the plan was in the work already, but Braun now is face, and then we had a huge face turn that, we were going to talk about. Might as well talk about it now.
Yeah.
Elias turns face.
Dude, it was so great. I loved it. Again, it's because it's one of those where it's kind of like he was already the cool heel. Like people were cheering him even when he would run down their city anyways. So Elias, if you guys are getting your wrestling news from us, Elias did his little thing, and then Baron
If you're
Corbin.
not watching the show, you're just waiting for us to
You're
talk
just waiting
about
for Thursday morning or Wednesday morning if you subscribe on Patreon.
it. To the network, brother.
Yeah. And then Baron Corbin came out and said, hey, shut that shit down, in so many words. And Elias smashed him over the back with a guitar. And what's a better way to turn face than to destroy the general manager?
Even though back in the day, hitting somebody with a guitar meant you were heel, like the Hunter Song Man.
but if you hit Baron Corbin with anything, Baron Corbin's like a forever heel. Like everyone's always just going to hate him.
So that was great. I mean, people wanted to cheer Elias for a while, and basically this is because we just lost face in Roman Reigns. So now Braun becomes face, Elias becomes face,
And the
then,
big news of the night. I mean, and here we have it. I'm going to play it for you too. Also courtesy of WWE.com. Right, Jay Lucky? Courtesy of WWE?
Sure.
What the hell? Oh my God! What the hell? Are you kidding me? Not tonight! Not on this night!
The emotion in the arena was just people were going nuts. I mean, you saw it.
Yeah, I was against it.
Really?
The tag
Shit
titles
winning.
there, but
Wasn't it
obviously-
the obvious choice though? I mean, is that why you were against it? Or
I mean, unless they were, they already have one. I just didn't see a need for it to be done. And then especially after, it made what happened after, I guess, a little bit more shocking, although I was still looking for it to happen. But now what's it going to be? They should drop the belts right back because
you would
what
think.
happened.
I mean, Dean even threw the second belt at him. But anyways,
I'll
here
give you another
it is right
scenario
after the pin and right after the hug in the middle of the ring. Here's the call. So crazy. The crowd went from just total elation after 3 hours prior being completely shut down. Then they're at the top of the world, and then Dean brings them right back down again. I woke her. I mean, she fell asleep, but I woke up and I just went, "Holy shit!" And she watched the rest of the thing. She actually stayed awake and watched the rest because that Dean turn, it was vicious and it was cool and it was like, obviously it's not real, but it felt real. You know what I'm saying?
It worked out even better because of like on this night, like for the like.
Yeah.
But it's again, we got to remember. It's the blurring of the lines,
Right?
That people,
But isn't it great? I mean, wasn't
they've been
it
teasing this turn?
Wasn't it such a good turn? Like it was almost like Dean was fighting against somebody. Like he
was
didn't
weird.
want to.
Like he was in his head.
It was
like,
cool.
But I don't know. I wasn't. I'm out. It was a good moment. I really think though that it's a lost opportunity for me for Dean Ambrose. Let's see where it goes.
I'm the opposite.
I think that if they would have done this turn against Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins, like it looked like they were originally planning, that he would have become the most over person in WWE.
Oh, okay.
And it would have
Most
been,
over. See, I feel like this. Okay, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
sorry.
you're right. And it would have been like a revolutionary type thing for Dean Rollins, Dean Ambrose. It would have been a revolutionary thing where he would have got this ground shattering pop that would have blown the roof off whatever place he was in, and then he would have become like the anti person we haven't had since a Stone Cold Steve Austin.
See, I think this turns him into such a monstrous asshole, and maybe I just feel like that's what they need right now. I mean,
Yeah, I don't know.
just the anti Seth Rollins kind of, and I can see such a huge long feud between him and Rollins going down the road, and I think that's why I think it looks good to me.
Yeah, I don't know.
'Cause he could probably play the unhinged guy. But
I'm bearish on this
okay.
entire thing.
Yeah. I do want to see where they go from here.
I'm not sold that Seth Rollins, how they're going to play this. I mean, Seth, you hear him say, like, the things you said, whatever, and the jokes, like, whatever. I think he's going to come out and say something about, it's your fault, Seth, because, it's always the lunatic. I'm the, like, whatever. And
I mean, it could end up being lame, and we know how WWE likes to just have moments and not, like, storylines.
Right.
Let's hope this is not the
how
moment.
are they going to handle, like, Renee? Like, they blurt, how are they going to, with her,
she did stay quiet through the whole thing,
right.
So that was nice. She didn't say a word, so kind of like Jay Lucky tonight, not really saying a word. So
I agree with Sam on this whole entire subject.
Oh, you don't
everything he said? I think this was really piss poor timing.
Well, that leads me to think that I'm onto something here. Then, all
yeah,
right.
I mean, I get why they did it. I just think, they really didn't have an option because obviously you can't do it against Roman Reigns. Now, I thought about it and I said, if they really wanted to go absolute, like what you're saying, like super heel, then he should have attacked Roman Reigns.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, because
hey, at the end of the day, it's about wrestlers of always doing business on their way out the door, and I know Roman isn't well, but and again, people will probably give me shit for this.
Well, no.
I'm sure if they asked him, hey, can you take a bump or two?
Right,
Since he was just wrestling last week,
right?
He probably found out this week. I hope he only found out this week and wasn't like hiding it.
Yeah.
And he got pulled off house shows, and people were suspecting
that,
he was. The rumors came out that he was injured, but nothing came out about like this. Maybe crazy enough after he gives that emotionally. Now, I think the only reason maybe they didn't do it there is because then people would think the cancer was an angle.
That's true,
which it shouldn't be. So I could have seen them like letting that go by and having Roman on the show come out for a later segment and then doing it. And almost like going back into storyline, like having Roman, like, I'm going to support you two guys in your tag match. Like, in my head was spinning that the way I would have booked it was Roman doesn't walk out to the car. Roman stays and says, I'm still always going to be here for you guys. I'm going away for a while, I'll be back, but I want to support you in your tag match tonight.
Right.
And then he comes out, and that's where the Dean turn goes.
Oh, that would have been impactful. Yeah.
A Roman that is now able to get
like looked at as get sympathy,
able to get sympathy
yeah.
and. I understand maybe them not using the situation, but they are. They're playing it 24/7 nonstop. They rehashed it on SmackDown 4 times tonight.
Did they?
Raw they did about 8 times because they're like, it's the biggest story in America. Like, yeah, it is a big story, but hey, if you're willing to do that, then I could have seen Dean turning on.
Yeah. Either way, I mean, that ending of Raw was it took me back because like you had the whole referees knocked out, Braun comes out, chases McIntyre through the crowd, got a crazy finish to the thing, then a heel turn. It was just such chaotic mayhem. It reminded me of the old days, and that was when you and I think wrestling is good. So that it was just so much all at once, like in a 15-minute span. It was just awesome.
Yeah, I'm more excited for the Elias turn than the
Elias.
I was pumped for this Dean turn, but I'm not sold on it right now.
That's disappointing to me. I was really excited. I was really excited last night. I went to bed with a big smile on my face.
There you go.
Yeah.
You see what puts a big smile on
Yeah,
his face?
I know.
It's wrestling when he goes to bed.
Yep.
All right, so what should we talk about here? We got Crown Jewel is apparently still happening. I mean, what have you heard lately?
The latest reports are that
this is as of Tuesday night, by the way.
Yeah, by the time you listen to this, apparently tomorrow an announcement will be made, so this episode you can just flush. But
well, either way,
timeliness.
Our thoughts on it's still apparently
happening. What I'm hearing is that
happening.
it's going to be moved from Saudi Arabia. It'll still happen.
Okay.
That they are scouring venues like nonstop where to put it, whether it's in the U.S. What I've read is that it's leaning to be somewhere in the U.S.
Oh, okay. Wow. So Reading is still an option.
No. They said the only town they've rolled out is Reading, Pennsylvania.
There's one town that's out.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Wonder if the Lanco Fieldhouse down in Lancaster is still open. So, from what I've heard, Cena and Bryan may not be going to this thing. Is that, if it's in Saudi Arabia, I guess that's one of the biggest things that they put out there is that they are refusing to go, or at least putting up a fight to go. I mean, and that's a huge stand for two guys that really, have the respect of the rest of the guys in the locker room.
Right, and Cena's stance is the rumor. Again, these are all rumors.
Yeah, it's
anybody
true. Because nobody actually
read
quotes.
online.
Right.
But that Cena's stance is because he's trying to become a mainstream movie star, that this would look bad for him. I would suspect Bryan's is more of substance because I've always felt like he would have more substance than a John Cena.
That's possible. Yeah, I mean, you figure, look at who they're with. Although Cena, I guess, is not with Nikki. Speaking of Nikki, she's got a title match this Sunday.
Where's that at?
WWE Evolution.
Oh, is there? You know?
Yeah,
what?
I know. Who the fuck even knows that there's a pay-per-view? I feel
this was completely shit on. They
fucked up
these women hardcore.
Yep.
Like this show has gotten that shit build up.
Yep.
And is thrown together like this was like build like months revolutionary. It's a matter of just saying something to say it and not actually following through on it.
Yep. I mean,
Isn't it like 3 matches and like then just a whole bunch of women in a ring?
I didn't.
I feel like I don't even know what the matches are.
I'll be honest. I did not do extreme research. I went off of my memory of watching wrestling over the last couple months. I was able to come up with 3 matches and a battle royal. You're right.
That's
I
right.
have Rousey versus Nikki, Charlotte versus Becky, the battle royal, and then Trish and Lita versus Mickey and possibly Alexa Bliss, who I keep reading is injured.
Yeah, she's nursing an injury, so maybe Mickey will do a lot of the work.
Well, they're saying either that or Alicia Fox might even be stepping in now because she was there on Monday night. And she looked, by the way, 6 feet tall. Did you see that segment with her in the back?
She looked like a giant.
She was humongous against this other women.
She was wearing, heels, I'm sure.
Yeah, she was heightening, is what you're saying.
Yeah, I don't like the heightening.
So we don't even do picks. We could do thoughts. We're not going to do picks, right?
Thoughts.
I mean, thoughts. Who uses thoughts anymore? Rousey versus Bella. You got to figure Rousey's winning this one, right? I mean, no way.
I'm with the DNBs. Do nothing Bellas, baby.
You think Nikki's going to win this one?
Yeah.
I mean, she's got Brie out there, but
Although,
I don't know. I think Rousey's going to stick to her word or whatever she was saying the other night.
There's another match. There's a 3-on-3 match, by the way.
okay.
It's Sasher, and then that's how Becky always would say it.
Yeah,
Sasher. It's Sasha, Natalya, and Bailey versus the Riot Squad. Your girl, Ruby Riot.
Okay, at least Ruby Riot's in there.
They were building that up.
Yeah, how do you build that? I mean, we fucking see that every week.
They've been feuding. So I mean, Natalya's in that match. I still think maybe since Nikki will have...
You still want this heel turn, don't you?
Nikki is going to have her sister at ringside, and Natalya comes down to try and even the odds and turns. And the only way that Rousey loses at this point is...
Dastardly Deeds.
Yes, and Dastardly Deeds would be a Natalya heel turn, gets the belt off Rousey, and then goes into a program with Natalya.
I don't think they're going to use their big first time ever revolutionary women's pay-per-view. I think they want to have that big happy moment
So what type of match do you think that's going to be?
Oh, it's going to be Ronda in the middle of the ring doing the double arm bar to Nikki and Brie to tap out to end the night, and then the confetti comes down, and that I think that's what they want out of this pay-per-view. They want it to be an uplifting, happy. They don't want to see bitches be turning against each other and that kind of thing. You know what I mean? I don't think they want to make women look like that. Jay Lucky?
I don't know. I have like no thoughts on this.
They don't call her the best color man in the game for nothing.
No, I'm just saying, like, I don't really have I don't know. I just...
And she's drinking like he was in the movie.
I don't know.
Thoughts, eh?
Thoughts?
I can't tell if I'm disappointed just like in the women in general, just what they're doing with them. I feel like they have some really good wrestlers. They have really good talent,
well, yeah,
and
obviously.
they do nothing with them, and it's pretty frustrating.
I wrote down a note last night, and I don't want to get
Even
into
a lot
it.
of the matches are the same matches over
that's
and
just
over.
like the 3-on-3
well,
match.
it is, and it's, I don't know.
Charlotte Becky is a last woman standing match. That's going to be good. There's no doubt. I mean, they even did that thing on SmackDown tonight where Becky went to the NXT. It's really good shit.
Fine,
yeah.
But what the fuck? This is the go home fucking show for Evolution, and Charlotte and Becky aren't there.
Nope, it's ridiculous.
It was a taped segment, so the live crowd there gets to go home show, and that's supposed to be one of the 2 main events, basically, and they're not there.
Yeah,
and we get a main event of Randy Orton versus Jeff Hardy.
Yeah, for the 58th time, and just Randy Orton wins with an RKO and nothing. Just goodbye, everybody.
I tweeted out, by the way, which I'm sure you didn't see because you were losing in trivia for the 5 millionth time.
Hey, they had tough questions tonight.
The Usos tributed Roman Reigns tonight when they hit the top rope splash to win the match. He gave the the Superman punch, where he gets the arm ready. So
nice. What was it? Oh, my thought that I had about the Evolution thing. I just wanted to put this out there. I get really annoyed about this whole the women's evolution, about how they came up and they took over from divas. do you realize they were only in that spot because of Vince McMahon? Like, do you get what I'm trying to say? Like,
No.
okay, all right.
No, I know. I'm saying I disagree. I think you're an idiot. I get what you're trying to say.
You get what I'm trying to say? Like, women's wrestling could have been a thing because it was a thing in other federations. There's been other women's pay-per-views. There's been other women's events. There's been athletic women on other things when we were still having bra and panties matches.
Was there?
Vince McMahon made them into divas. It
Right.
wasn't like they were fighting against anything except for the guy who was booking them in the first place. Do you know what I mean?
Right,
Like,
no, yeah,
they're
right,
making
right.
it seem like they overcame something, but really all they did was Vince went, okay, yeah, you can wrestle now.
Like they overcame internally.
Right.
Not anything that was external, because back in the day, like, you know, obviously those,
I
but
don't know.
But they were back in the day, even though they weren't bra and panty matches, they were afterthoughts mostly.
Right.
So that kind of thing, I get that. Now,
That's what I'm trying to say.
the crazy thing is that we had Tuesday, the last possible going for Evolution. Why not have the final segment be
Exactly.
something for that pay-per-view? And
Made
we
no
have,
sense.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
The commentary team, I was looking it up, is Michael Cole, Renee Young, and Beth Phoenix. And then they're going to do a whole red carpet and everything, and they're going to have women announcers, Lillian Garcia, my girl JoJo that you make fun of, and
I would never make fun
yeah,
of.
so
They're going to have a red carpet?
yeah, red carpet thing, I guess.
Okay. Well, we'll check that out. We'll make comments, I'm sure.
Like the E-Red carpet when they do
Yeah, like
their
that type of
entrance
thing,
into
yeah.
the.
You see, but look though, she's interested.
No.
Oh no, okay. I thought you were
I mean,
interested.
I'm interested, like, because I like even watching like the Golden Globe.
Well, that's what I mean.
I like watching. I just like to see what people are wearing.
Oh, there you go. So that's what I mean. Maybe women's wrestling does need to be treated a little bit different then.
No,
Okay.
no,
I don't understand what you're saying then.
no. See, I don't know. I like to see the women actually wrestle. I'm not into like the diva thing.
Oh.
I don't know. Some of the women are just such good wrestlers, and I feel like we don't get to see them actually show their talent. It drives me nuts.
Too many Lanas out there, is that what you're saying?
Pretty
She was
much.
out tonight. They did like a whole big thing where, like they used to do back in the day, where they include like 20 women in one segment just to save time.
Oh yeah.
It was supposed to be a tag match tonight. It was supposed to be Asuka and Naomi versus the Iconics, and then they just had everybody do a run-in.
Oh, so stupid. See, that's what I mean. They're just, but then we saved 20 minutes for Randy Orton and Jeff Hardy at the end.
Oh.
It just doesn't, it does make,
Is
like you,
Shinsuke still a thing?
Shinsuke is our United States champion, losing
he-
clean to Rey Mysterio for no
Yeah,
reason.
but that wasn't even. He wasn't on this week.
No, he wasn't on this week. I'm just saying that was the last time
Yeah,
we saw him.
Ray beat Miz this week.
Yeah.
What? I mean, I was thinking about, like you said this the other week, but Shinsuke and Asuka both won the Royal Rumble and are absolute afterthoughts. Even though
complete.
one's holding a title right now, it is a shit run. It's
Yeah.
just crazy to think about.
Yep, makes no sense.
No Joe either tonight. Where's
No,
Joe?
no, Joe. No, I don't know. No idea, brother. I don't know what they're doing. Some of the other things. Let's see what else did we write down this week.
Degeneration X.
So you told me something earlier today when we were texting about preparing for the show, as we do because we're professional broadcasters. You said that a certain line hit you.
I mean, and I wish I wrote down the actual line. It was something like Triple H said, maybe old just means we're better.
Was that your Triple H?
Yeah.
Okay, that's pretty
I
good.
mean, it wasn't that exaggerated, but
You need to work on your Triple H a little bit.
you want to try it?
You've got your Big
Yeah,
Show.
you do
You've
it.
got your who's the other one you do really good?
Well, Big Show's
I know.
not Big Show's voice.
I know, but the way you do
Well,
it.
I'm the Big Show.
Yes, I'm the Big
I
Show
know,
tonight.
but you do some voices really. But you need to work on your Triple H.
Well, I mean, usually most people do Triple H just put a on the end of every word. 'Cause that's how he tends to talk.
Yep.
But this whole thing, like, they did another promo and talked about the DX and how long they've been around, and there's no fear. And then they were saying, and we run the other X as a nod to NXT. I don't know if you saw that part.
I did. No, I did.
Okay.
When I buzzed through, yep.
Yeah, and then this, he was pointing out all the people saying basically how there's 4 fucking old guys, and then he was like, maybe old just means we're better. Well, dude, no, it means you're washed up.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure how when you said that it hit you.
It hit me that fucking they're not. It's a bullshit Triple H ego statement is what it is.
Oh.
You've got the fucking Paunch Brothers that can barely move anymore.
They can barely move.
And Kane now has full chest hair. He's given up shaving it at all, which is fine. The only reason anybody wants to watch one fucking second of this match is to see if Shawn Michaels can still go. That's it.
Oh yeah. I'm just the thing that I got out of it, I just
Paunchies.
It's Paunchies.
The Paunch Brothers, the Paunchies.
Oh my gosh.
Isn't it incredible that Shawn Michaels is coming back to wrestle and I don't care? Like, I really don't care. And if this event is in Saudi Arabia, if it sticks, I'm actually not going to watch it.
Wow, wait, didn't you just get on me the other week? You're like, oh, I'm not going to watch it.
That was an event, that was before a guy was killed. And you were just against it because it was in a different country. That's a different story.
It's
a different situation.
Political stance.
Yes, this is a different situation. I'm okay with the special events being in other places and for once a month pay-per-views. I'm against political bullshit where we're just trying to make rich white men richer. Yeah, I have a problem with that.
Well, it's the Paunch Show.
All right, well let's lighten the mood a little bit here. Jay Lucky, we didn't we get some fan mail this week?
We did.
It's pretty exciting. And Sam, I think I shared it with you as well, and it was really exciting to get.
It wasn't our fan mail, but
it was in Jay Lucky's mail sack, but it was
it wasn't a question.
It wasn't a question,
which is fine. I really enjoyed hearing from Pamela. And she actually, we both have a lot in common. We both used to watch wrestling a long time ago, and we both kind of stopped due to relationships. Our kids, well, she has one daughter, and I have 2 kids, but our kids watch wrestling, and she kind of feels like how I do. We both think, more women should watch wrestling, but we just don't really care for the women wrestlers right now.
Yeah. It was just
women hating women. We talk about this all the time.
No.
Girl hate.
It's not even that. And she kind of feels the same way I do it's about the wrestling moves. Like, the women that can wrestle, I feel like, well, first of all, I don't feel like they give them enough airtime, but then most of the women cannot wrestle. And they just don't throw themselves around a lot of the guys do.
So now where they should be able to do the same things the men can do?
Yeah.
Oh.
I feel like they should. There are
last
wrestlers
man
that
standing
can.
Match.
Yeah.
Last woman standing match.
Yeah, and those two they're great.
So
Charlotte and Becky can wrestle.
So you want the lesser women wrestlers not to get any time? Because there's men that aren't that good at wrestling.
No, but maybe they need to learn more. Maybe they need more practice time. Maybe they just need to get better. Or maybe they need to move some of the women from NXT up.
They try that.
Boot out some of the other ones that aren't so good.
So where do you classify, where do you think you and Pamela would classify Carmella?
She's not great.
Oh,
she's definitely more diva. She's more showy than she is wrestler.
She's great. She's not.
Sam, where would you classify Carmella?
She is more showy.
I'm mad that they did this whole.
But there are some guy wrestlers that are more showy than wrestler.
I mean,
no.
See, this is women hating women. This is why.
No, I love women. I love women.
Oh, now you love women.
Okay, well, I do love women.
Wait a minute, hold on now. Wait a second.
No, but I admire women, and
Vince will have you in.
No, I mean I admire women. It's just they need to do a little bit more in the ring if they're going to be on a wrestling program.
I mean, I said the comment a couple weeks ago. Why can't we just have women wrestlers and then managers? Like, why do we have to have every woman now has to be a wrestler? Like, Lana shouldn't be wrestling.
Yeah, but they just throw her in. She doesn't actually wrestle.
Yeah, I understand that, but she shouldn't at all. Like,
I mean, let her in the Battle Royal.
Why the fuck?
Because people like her. She's popular.
Bobby Heenan didn't wrestle unless it was like a super special attraction.
He had matches.
Okay. He wasn't like every week like Lana.
Lana's not every week either. Don't go back in 1980s references with me when you can't back it up.
Oh, we will see who will win the WWE Trivia later this afternoon.
Courtesy of WWE Trivia Challenge. No, I mean, I get, what Jay Lucky is saying here, but I think Carmella is actually one of the more entertaining female superstars.
Yeah, I don't think you have to be the top technical wrestler to be the top.
She's gotten better. Her heel work was great. Like, she's very hateable. Now she's a face. She came out tonight and did another 7-second dance thing. I guess that's going to be her thing right now. I liked her better as a heel, but I think she has charisma, and sometimes that's all you need. I mean, a lot of people
trying to think of like a guy that you could equate to that, where he's like mostly charisma and not a lot of.
You know what? I
Ultimate
honestly,
Warrior.
I think
you
it
go.
would be fine to I think it's fine to have those women. It's just then you need to have more women that can actually wrestle to counter that. You can't just have a bunch of showy women
Well, you got to have more than
women's show.
Well, I mean, you
that
have to have
come
more
out,
than one.
shake their
segment a week.
booties, put their big fake boobs out there. Like I want to see
It does
women
sound
that can
horrible.
wrestle
Girl
too.
hate.
Does sound
No,
horrible,
but
doesn't
I
it?
want to see girls that can wrestle too. Like
Yeah, they are. There's plenty of girls out there that can
Charlotte
wrestle.
has big fake boobs. I'm not I'm just saying like but she can wrestle. Like she is amazing to watch. And so is Becky. Some of the moves they do are just they're amazing. Even Sasha had some really good moves for, I don't know.
Yeah.
But it's just, I feel like the women that they had, I don't know. I feel like they either just didn't do a lot with them or, I don't know. Maybe I'm just bored of this same old, I feel like this is same old stuff every
You
week
got
with
to
women.
realize that they don't have their own show. One show there's 2 hours, another show there's 3 hours. Plus you got all the men. I think at some point maybe there's a women only show that comes out. Maybe.
Could be. I mean, if there's a 205 live show, I feel that they should have an hour-long women's show and then like maybe highlight some women on Raw and SmackDown or something.
I just
like
think
that.
they need to mix it up. Bring up some of the NXT chicks are good. They need to just mix
See,
it
I
up.
don't even
a
know
little
that the
bit.
roster now needs replaced. It's
No,
just,
I just
they
think
need
they
more
need to
time and
mix
mix it up or something.
or maybe give a little bit more training or or have them learn.
Maybe just
different-
one women's
You got to
division.
remember though, if there's 40 men on Raw, there's 8 or 10 women.
Yeah.
So there's not a lot of interchangeable parts there. You pair them off into feuds, and like right now you got the Riot Squad, and you got Bayley and Sasha, whatever, that are friends again because they're not allowed to fight each other for some reason.
Because they sell merchandise.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, but no, I mean, I think it would get better if they had their own show.
I think you're right.
And they could still be on Raw or
I
SmackDown.
feel like there should be one women's division and not Raw and SmackDown women because I don't think there's enough talent. There's enough wrestlers, but there's not enough talented wrestlers to go around.
For the women?
You're throwing in too many Taminas and
If you took all the women and divided them up and said, okay, you're going to be on the WWE, you're going to be in the ring, and you're going to be on Total Divas, you're going to have majority of those women, which they are in Total Divas and should be, but that's where they're better suited.
You're against Jimmy fucking Superfly Snuka's daughter? Is that
Didn't
what
he
you're
kill
coming after?
somebody?
That might have been
like
allegedly.
nearby or something.
Yeah, it was. But, yeah.
Does his hair look different? Like when he is playing with it?
No, but so.
Sorry.
What are we were just talking about. I just had a point.
Sorry.
Yeah, you aired me out of it.
That's because you're running your fingers through your hair all
Is
sensually.
it me talking about the women and the Total Divas versus
Yeah.
the ring?
Okay. Yeah. Total Divas.
Okay, there you
Sorry.
go. I got
Don't
him
play with
back
your
on
hair.
track.
Sorry.
John, stop admiring Sam's hair.
Yeah. So I guess it sounds like you're going to be rooting for Ronda Rousey then over the DNBs.
Yeah. Are you?
Yeah.
You are?
Although she needs to learn some new stuff too. Her stuff's very repetitive
Now
now
you're coming
too.
after Ronda freaking Rousey. She just started, and she's
I
damn
know
good.
she's really good, but I feel like they can do more with her. I don't know. I feel like she can learn more. I feel like she's
It's
teachable.
not the quickest thing. Yeah, she is, but it's not the quickest thing in the world.
Oh, I know, but
some
then-
of these wrestlers spend 10 years practicing her trade on the indies, and then they get to WWE. She's just basically like, here you go. So,
Yeah, but I feel like she has that. She's teachable.
oh, she definitely is. I mean,
So
but
they should teach her more.
they,
So there. That's
it's
my thought.
not just like learning how to.
I know.
underwrite alone.
But they could teach her some other things.
It's very high risk where you don't want them to come off looking like an idiot in a big match. You don't want anybody getting hurt.
Right.
Well, and plus they don't want to have her doing other moves. Like she's supposed to be her one's type of moves. Like she's supposed to bring in the MMA,
Judo,
right? That
throws
type of
and
moves. So
everything.
that's all she's gonna do. She's not gonna be doing flips and
Right.
suplexes that much. You know what I mean? Like that kind of stuff. She's gonna be doing the punches and the arm bars and the submissions.
And she has the Samoan.
Well, do
like,
some
drop
more
type
submissions. Do some different things.
Maybe she'll break it out on Sunday when we watch Evolution,
up.
and we'll eat nachos on Sunday. All right?
Don't hear her coming at the men like this. You know? What
No.
I mean?
Oh
no,
no,
she-
I've come at the men
she
like
doesn't-
this
She
before.
doesn't come at the men.
No, she doesn't come at the men.
No, it does not.
Oh my gosh, I hate
No.
you both.
I'll be honest. I don't know if I don't hear the criticism from you on the men as much. I think you like looking at those chiseled bodies, Now,
No.
Which
you're
she doesn't
against-
look at.
Yeah, yeah.
Remember?
Against
If you
fake
remember from a month
boobies,
ago.
but chiseled Finn Balor bodies
Listen,
are okay.
I said I look at chiseled bodies. I don't stare at their penises.
Here
we
we
didn't
go
say
again.
penises. We said bulges.
Yeah,
Or
the
that.
bulge. Yeah, for our listeners,
I did
from
tell
a month
you.
ago. She has still not changed her tune. When we
Tunes!
tunes, we talked about Finn Balor's junk is constantly in everyone's face. Apparently, one face is left out because she does not look and has not noticed
I still
the
have not
gigantic
looked.
Coke can hiding in his pants.
Hey, he won this week with, guess what, a roll-up.
Hey, I beat Lashley. So
Why do we have to have a roll-up every week?
because that's how you win on Raw. You don't win that way on pay-per-views. You win on Raw on roll-ups. It worked for the 1-2-3 kid, didn't it? Didn't he roll up
No one
Razor
was a
Ramon
roll-up.
20 years ago?
Oh, he did like a moonsault and then
Into like
he
a
pinned him in like the 69 position.
oh, that's hot. Did you see that it was a shampoo commercial?
I heard about this. Yeah,
It was like a
Did you
shampoo.
just
yeah, he did. He just gave.
That was not the most manly.
I'm not here to be manly. It was a shampoo commercial featuring Stone Cold Steve Austin, which I just thought was
Well, it wasn't the fact that it was shampoo; it was for gray control.
yeah. It was such a
Because
great.
bald men still have to shampoo their head.
Do
Yeah.
they?
Yeah,
Don't they just lotion it?
no, you
lotion
should
it?
still like shampoo your head, your scalp.
Oh,
You still
okay.
have hair follicles. You have
Oh,
like
Then you need
pores.
to, like,
And, yeah, it's like
scrub your
I guess I was just thinking if you shave it, you wash it.
If you shaved your balls, you'd still wash them, right?
Yeah, but I'd wash them with body wash. I wouldn't use shampoo
That's because
necessarily.
balls are part of your body. This is your fucking head.
Your head is part of your body.
Not this part.
Would you use shampoo on your neck?
he's rubbing his scalp. In case anybody
Yes.
wants to
Thank
know
you
what
for
he's
this
rubbing.
It wasn't rubbing his balls.
What part of my neck? Like here, the back of it?
So you have you have like a shampoo line. It stops like ears. Ears up is shampoo. Ears down is body wash.
I mean,
So if you
I
have
know they
no
make that
hair,
3-for-1 stuff where you technically, but there's different stuff in shampoo than there is in.
yeah,
in
it's for
regular
hair,
stuff.
which bald guys don't have.
I'm telling you right now,
I'm telling you right now, it makes no sense.
I don't think so.
Okay,
Tim?
well, I'm just saying, a body wash is for
Can some
skin.
bald guys please send
Yeah, because
What do they
us a
do?
message
somebody
and let
should,
us
you know,
know
my
if you
brother
use shampoo or
shaves
not.
his head. I should ask him, does he use shampoo on his head?
Yeah,
I understand if you have like hair, you'd wash it with shampoo and then you'd shave your head. You know what I mean? But if you've shaved it and there's nothing there and it's just skin, why would
you're
you
just letting water hit it and you're with your own body wash? And
body wash? That's what you do on your balls. I mean, you don't put shampoo on your balls.
balls and head, he treats the same way.
You brought up the balls.
Yeah, I'm just saying they're two different things.
I don't know. I'm just thinking body wash is for skin, shampoo is for actual hair.
Now, when you shampoo, do you just put it on your hair? I put it. I like rub it into my scalp.
Because that's where
Yeah.
my hair is coming out of.
You also have oils that come out of there.
That's the body wash will take care of that.
Oils?
Oils.
Don't just come out of from ears up, people. I think I'm onto something here.
I don't think
I
so.
don't think you are.
Your team finished in 448th place in trivia night, and you somehow didn't correct. You are the king. By the way, you brought this up earlier, and I was so
All right,
pissed.
bald men, we want to hear from
Yes,
you.
and you brought this up earlier. Whenever we go to trivia, at least once a night, you convince everybody of a wrong answer.
I don't think I did that
you have
tonight.
heavy conviction of, usually. Not every night.
That's
Tonight, you had somebody on your freaking team with a clear wrong answer. If I'm there tonight, I'm telling her, if we don't put down the right answer, I'm probably getting up and leaving. So the question was, what Canadian city hosted the Summer Olympics?
Yeah, and she was convinced it was Vancouver.
And
she was very compelling.
Everybody in the fucking free world knows it's Montreal. I could tell her the year. And if she would have said it's still Vancouver, I'm like, all right.
Yeah, but nobody else knew for sure.
Yeah, we didn't know for sure.
Well, then I thought you said you knew it was Montreal.
No, I
He
never
wasn't
said
sure
that.
if it was
Over
Montreal
here
or
before
Vancouver.
the show, I was like, yeah, it's Montreal. You're like, well, I wasn't sure, and she insisted on Vancouver. I think he was trying to make me think that he knew.
No.
How do you not know Montreal Summer
Did he
Olympics?
wink when he said it, Sam?
No,
Did
it
he
wasn't.
wink?
No.
It was like back in the 80s, right? Nothing really. I don't remember that.
Dude, how are you going to beat me in wrestling trivia? You were
That's
terrible
the
in trivia.
Olympics.
Not, you're terrible.
I got the Monopoly question. I was proud of myself.
Speaking of wrestling trivia, is it time?
Do you want to do it right now?
I mean, we don't have to.
So we've got our new segment. We're pushing to change the show a little bit, make some changes, make it more fun, make it more interesting, but still keep it very wrestling centric. Jay Lucky devised a good challenge for Sam and I because we all know that I'm smarter than him.
You're not going to beat me.
Yeah, here we go with this bullshit again. He thinks that he can beat me in things, and what we're going to do is do a little WWE trivia game. All right, before we get to the WWE trivia, hang on. Sam just pointed out that the Mega Millions thing just came out.
Yes, it's Tuesday night, obviously. So the winning numbers were 5, 28, 62, 65, 70, and Mega Ball 5. Don't have the fucking Mega Ball, so I'm out for the big one. Going through right now. I have 65 on 2 of my tickets, and no other matches. I win 0.
Congratulations.
That's about right.
Yeah, my Mega Ball, I'm definitely
How
out.
many Mega Balls did you guys hit with 5?
1.
That's not good.
No, that's really
You
terrible.
were in a pool, right, with like a bunch of tickets?
we had 100. We had $218 total.
So 109 tickets.
Yeah.
You know
And
what's weird?
We hit Mega Ball. Oh wait, no, here's another Mega Ball. What were those numbers again, buddy?
Mega Ball was 5.
Yeah, I got that.
Okay. And then you have the regular 5. 28, 62, 65, 70.
Oh my God. No, these are
I'm not
terrible.
getting up to get my tickets.
No, these are terrible number. Yeah, I don't think we won anything.
It's weird. I was thinking about this. Nobody at our company is doing it, and I think they don't want to because I don't think the head people want us to do it because the entire company would close. Like a small company, like wouldn't your company be done?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, this is our company has like 120 employees, and
Your owner of the company, owners would love to shut
each
it down.
owner put in 10. We have 3 owners.
So they want out. That's why they're doing
That's why
it.
they're
Seriously, each owner put in $10.
Yeah.
So they each bought 5 tickets. So they
Knowing that the company would close the next day.
well, yeah, I guess that's smart. Look, this one ticket was 1, 2, 3, 4, 7 Mega Ball 8. That's kind of crazy.
Wow, that randomly came out like that.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't look like we
I
won the
almost
big
wanna
money.
Get up and check my tickets, but I'm not going to.
Yeah, you probably didn't win.
I'm sure I
Oh.
didn't.
Just like JB's
Although-
not going to win trivia.
Oh, bullshit. All right, back to WWE Trivia. So anyways, welcome to WWE Trivia. And here is your host with the mostest, the hostess. Here is J Lucky Sunshine. Oh my God, it's the perfect introduction.
Okay,
just
well, I was
laughing.
waiting to see if you were going to just say some more things there. Okay. So I'm going to read you guys some questions.
All right, how are we going to play this?
And I'm thinking the
You
best
lose,
way to
that's how
do
we play.
this. So we did get some, I did put out a thing on Twitter asking for
Powerball ticket.
questions. So I did get some questions that were sent to me. I think I'm going to read you both questions at the same time
Okay.
and see who answers first.
Quickest to pull the trigger gets to go first.
Okay.
And I'm good at pulling a trigger quick.
So I'm thinking
Sex.
the easiest way for me to distinguish on who buzzes in quotation marks, or quotation
Yeah, because I don't
quotes.
have buzzers here, yeah.
Since we don't have buzzers, I think you should each come up with a different animal sound you want to make.
Oh,
like
okay.
I think one of you should maybe moo, one of you quack.
Moo. Of course she would pick moo. Maybe one of
We're
you
fat. Yeah.
fat
No.
hairy
She's like,
beast.
No.
one of you moo and one of you oink. You fat fucks.
If one of you could make the sound of a
those would be very
wildebeest,
distinguished noises too.
moo and oink. Should we just moo and oink? Why the hell not? Do you want to be moo and I'll be
It doesn't
oink?
matter. I
Unless
don't
somebody
care.
wants to bark and someone
Well, I was going to yell
meow.
pontoons, but I can oink if you want to moo.
Okay.
Because those are two very distinct sounds.
I'm just going to moo.
Oink.
Okay, now here's the thing. It's going to be going by what I hear.
Yeah, you're the
first.
judge. You're the end all.
We
That's-
know she hears
So-
very well. Yeah, how the hell is she going to hear? Well, if
If
you're
I'm- if I'm-
reading the question, we know you can't also hear.
I
So,
usually
okay.
can't do two
And here's
things
the
at
other
once like
thing.
that.
Do we have to
Listen,
wait for her to read the whole question or can we
Yes.
do it?
Jeopardy style?
She says
The whole question.
Okay, that's going to be tough.
boy.
That could be a lot of ties.
it's
The
going to be a lot.
whole
All right, so-
question.
all right.
Well, because
Alright.
she's also all right. So don't look at us because you need to be able to hear who said their noise first. You know what I mean?
I'll just look down
Okay.
because I have to kind of go back and forth.
This is
to look at
big,
the
ladies and
question.
gentlemen. Sam is 1-0 in challenge games here on the Wrestling Dorks. So big,
Never
big,
lost.
never lost. There's a championship belt. here,
Crushed
Sam.
Dan's dreams.
Signed by Jerry the King
Jerome,
Lawler.
yeah.
There you go. All right.
So
I have the belt on my shoulder during this.
I did
Yeah.
get some Twitter questions, and then I also got some questions from Dan. So I'm going to just kind of mix it up. I'm going to do some Dan questions and some Twitter
Dan
questions.
being the fourth wrestling dork, also the
yes, yes.
aforementioned loser.
The fork.
Dan, I appreciate you very much. Thank you. Okay.
For the world title.
Nice.
So, question number 1. You guys are.
You're oink, right?
I am like,
It's Oink and Moo, right?
Yep,
We decided.
yep, yep.
Oink and Moo. Okay. What was the name of Al Snow's dog that Boss Man killed, cooked, and fed to him?
Moo.
I heard Sam first. I heard a Moo first.
What is pepper?
Correct, Sam. You get 1
are
point.
you able to mentally keep your own points?
Wait, are we right? We should
I'm
write
gonna
it
get
down.
all the points.
Oh, she wants. He's just gonna yell moo and then and make sure that there's a time limit. Like he can't just yell moo and then sit
I
here
want to
forever.
make sure I said what is in case that would disqualify me.
All right.
All right, I'm going to go
Who was
to-
that question from?
That was from Dan.
Okay.
I am going to go with a Twitter question.
Oh.
First question is going to be from @DerekStark. What was Andre the Giant's net worth when he died?
Oh my God.
Are we playing that we lose points if we answer wrong?
No.
Okay, so we're
I'll
probably
say.
just gonna
so
take a
what do
guess.
you want?
I'll say oink.
Yes.
I'm gonna say $3 million.
Is that correct?
That is incorrect.
I'll moo then. Moo.
That was a good move.
Yeah, I'm fat. And I'm going to say, where the hell did he get this information? This is like one of those damn HQ trivia ones that
I
you
know,
can't
it's-
possibly
yeah.
get right. I'll say
@DerekStark, I think you may have stumped them.
$10 million.
That is exactly correct.
What? Are you fucking kidding me?
Wow.
Let's just stop the show. It's over if I just got that right. Oh my god! I told you no.
wasn't even multiple choice.
No, it wasn't.
Wow.
Oh
Million.
wow. Okay. Congratulations. That was good.
So are
Give
we
it
done?
to
Is
you.
this over now?
I feel like I'm done. Yeah. Okay, Jay Lucky, you've got the floor.
All right.
You'd think I'd be sleeping when
Amazing.
I get that one right.
Next question, and I don't know, this is a Ric Flair question.
Oh,
so
oh.
I don't know.
Well, great. Hey, why don't we just go with a Philadelphia Phillies question after this? He's shoulder slapping like an asshole.
This is another one from Dan. I'm going to kind of
Love you,
in
Dan.
the middle here. Who did Ric Flair eliminate in the 1992 Royal Rumble to win the WWF World Heavyweight Championship?
Oink.
John.
Was that Sid Vicious?
Correct.
Yes, I thought
John gets the point.
That was what I was thinking in my head. I was like,
Was Hogan was
The
pulling
best
Sid.
part,
Yeah,
the best
yeah.
part is Dan for the answers, because I did ask people for answers too.
Yeah.
But by the way,
put-
technically his answer is incorrect.
Well, he said
what is Sid Justice?
Justice.
Yes, he did say
But I'll let it
Sid.
slide.
He
Yeah.
did say Sid Justice, and then in parentheses put also accept Sid Vicious and Psycho Sid. So he gave
Nice.
me additional help.
Good
there.
work, Dan.
Thank you.
Yeah, I remember that was where
He was
Hogan was
never
pulling him
Sid
out.
Vicious in WWF.
I know. I was under the gun. My heart was pounding. You got that 10 million thing. I'm all fucked up now.
I was thinking I didn't want to. I wanted you to go first in case you got it wrong and didn't say.
That's the hard part. Is like there's no penalty for like
Yeah.
waiting.
I just didn't want to get one wrong.
Yeah,
That was my guess. I thought.
especially not a Rick question.
Yeah, exactly.
And up to nothing, you had nothing
Yeah,
to lose.
exactly.
Yeah.
All right.
It's
Let's
All right,
strategy.
so this one is a two-parter.
Oh
two-parter,
God!
Jesus.
So we have two answers. Do we have to buzz in
Or is
twice?
it just there's two things you got to know to get it right?
You have to know both parts. What?
You
Explain.
have to know both parts for
Okay.
this one.
All right.
Because I think it's pretty much hand in hand. So
All right.
Kind of
Okay.
got to know
So
both.
if we don't get both parts, we don't get it right.
Bird
Yep,
in
and
hand.
this question is from @Carissa5282.
Okay.
Excellent.
So, okay, ready? Who was Shawn Michaels' tag team partner in the 80s, early 90s, and what two team names did they use?
Ooh. All right. Give me a second on this one.
In the 80s, so I wonder if I guess.
Would
we're
you like me to
refer-
repeat the
Yes,
question?
please repeat
Yeah,
the
yeah,
question.
yeah.
Okay. Who was Shawn Michaels' tag team partner in the 80s, early 90s, and what two team names did they use?
So I'm going to moo. Moo.
I like how he announces.
I know,
Instead of just mooing, he's like,
Yeah,
I'm
we're-
going to moo.
A moo is coming.
And I'm going to say the answer is that his tag team partner, of course, was Marty Jannetty.
Right.
And that the tag team names used were the Rockers and the Midnight Rockers.
Correct, Sam.
See, I couldn't get off. All I could think was Fabulous Rockers, and I'm like, I know that's not right, but okay.
Ding, ding, ding. You got
I
it
knew,
right.
I knew 2 out of those 3 parts. So
John, I hate to say this, but he's kind of.
it's okay.
But
I'm amazing at things that don't matter in life. I want to have Twitter people call in and take me on. That would be my live like.
It would
Twitter.
be awesome. We got to figure out how to do that.
okay. Who won the double
Double
Dutch
finals.
All right, hold on. Let me try talking again.
Compose yourself over there, host.
Who won the WWF Brawl for All, the 1998 shoot fighting tournament?
Moo.
Oink.
Sam.
Now, that tournament originally was set up to have Dr. Death Steve Williams win. Not that it was set up, it was a shoot fight, but however, Dr. Death lost early in the tournament, which upset JR. Now, and he lost to the eventual winner of the tournament, which was Bart Gunn.
Correct.
Lost eventually to Butterbean, right?
Right, at WrestleMania. And
Correct.
for some reason, they decided to have a guy that beat up other wrestlers fight an actual boxer.
Yeah, it made no sense. Yeah, it was
Poor Bart Gunn.
like terrible.
Yes. Brawl for All was one of my favorite things ever.
It was fun. It actually
I wish
was.
they'd do it again, but they would never.
No,
risk-
not after Bart Gunn
Well, they would
died.
never risk again, like
No way.
having guys get exposed. Like it was lesser guys for the most part that did it, and they were going to have Dr. Death be like a vehicle to become a superstar. Like, oh, he's going to kill everybody.
Yeah.
And he lost to Bart Gunn and like tore his like groin or something in the match or knee.
He got jacked up. You
God
should have
rest
seen.
his
He had
soul.
like stars on his eyes. It was great.
God rest his soul.
Yeah.
I think
Very
he's dead.
impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Got
by
the whole
impressive,
backstory
yeah,
and everything.
Yeah.
It's just to blow out this loser in the trivia
He
competition.
he's just saying moo, and then like, okay, here's the answer.
All right, let's move on.
Yes.
Let's move on. I don't want to hear
Let's
excuses.
move on.
All right, hang on. Go ahead.
Okay, next question.
Oink. The answer is Hulk Hogan. I don't know. Go ahead.
It possibly could. That'd be
Might be. That'd be awesome. That'd be like your 10 million.
Yeah.
This
Can't believe that.
question comes from @loserrooney.
Ah, okay.
Okay. All right.
Okay. Who did the Iron Sheik beat on December 26th, 1983 in Madison Square Garden to win the WWF, I can't say that, championship belt?
Oink. Bob
John.
Backlund.
Yes.
Yay. I was like, that answer was almost Hulk Hogan. Like, because then Hogan ended up beating the Sheik.
It's related, yeah. Transitional champion to
Yeah.
take the belt from the face.
Yep.
Here's another two-parter question.
Oh God, these freaking.
You have to get
Twofer.
both. You have to get both.
All right.
So think about your answer before you answer.
No problem.
I'm ready.
Or before you oink or moo in.
Are you ready?
Are you ready? Okay, which former WWE referee has a twin brother, and what are their names?
Moo.
Oh, I said moo. I fucking mooed.
Sam.
Oink.
Of course, the answer is Earl and Dave Hebner, made
Correct.
famous from the Saturday Night's Main Event angle. I could just go on and on, but I won't, because I'm sounding like a pompous ass, but I am.
It's okay, because the problem is, except for the 10 million, I know all the answers you're giving. You're just quicker on your moves than I am, which
I
is
love
fine.
It. I love it. If there was can't ESPN have a WWE trivia show?
I know, wouldn't it be awesome? They just need to do that at the Works one night, a WWE trivia night.
I mean, I would study though for like if there was ever money on the line, I would probably go back because you could ask some crazy questions. Like these are good questions. These aren't insane crazy.
No,
questions.
they're not, yeah.
They're fair. Like it's not like
How about we end on 2 multiple choice questions? Make it
'cause
kind
you
of
think
end
they're
a
that
little
hard
easier.
that we need multiple choice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Because the question
Well,
you asked
because
before, I would have said we need multiple choice, and I somehow guessed it.
10
right.
million.
Well, this one needs a multiple choice because this is which of the following.
Okay.
Okay, which of the following was never an NXT champion?
This is your advantage. You.
Yeah, advantage me.
Sami Zayn, Bobby Roode, Baron Corbin, or Andrade Cien Almas?
Oink. Baron Corbin.
Yeah, it's choice. C.
Yes.
Yeah.
Always go C.
John's got that one.
C for Corbin.
Actually, pretty sure I knew that one because I knew that Corbin never.
Yeah, Corbin still never held a title. Well, no, he held the U.S. title on SmackDown, but and the Money in the Bank. Sorry. Oh wait, am I giving too much information like Sam does?
John, you should have went through. Well, Andrade Cien.
Yeah, I know, I really should have, yeah.
If I'm going to give these dickhead answers,
All right, ready? So this is going to be the last question.
All right.
Okay, multiple choice. Which of the following is not the name of a WWE interview segment?
Ooh. All right.
The Dirt Sheet, the Captain's Cabin, VIP Lounge, or the Flower Shop?
Moo it.
Wow. Oink.
Sam?
And I'm going to say the Captain's Cabin.
That is correct.
Okay. What's the flower shop?
So I'll go through now.
Yeah, go ahead, 'cause I didn't-
The Flower Shop was a segment with adorable Adrian Adonis.
Oh, okay. Because I knew A and C. I did not know D.
What were the other ones on there again?
The Dirt Sheet,
Okay, yeah, the Dirt Sheet. And what was the other one that we had on there?
VIP Lounge.
VIP Lounge. Yeah.
What was VIP Lounge? Do you remember that one? See, I knew A and C. I've
The
heard
only-
of them, but I don't know who
Was
did
that
them.
a segment with MVP? Yeah, I'll look it up right now. VIP Lounge. I heard of, but I knew right away. See, I thought the Flower Shop could be a tough one, and when you know fat men like Adrian Adonis, like I do. VIP Lounge, WWE. If I Google that, it comes up. I was right. MVP.
Good work.
Yep.
Yeah.
I even knew that. Even when I'm a little bit off, I can put it together.
It's kind of like me at trivia night. I just kind of put it together and then
Yeah,
convince
so-
people.
Dan did send a funny one here, and it was which of the following are not confirmed to be on the list of Jericho? And
Oh,
it
wow.
was Roman Reigns, Goldberg, Renee Young, or Baron Corbin.
I would have to say Baron Corbin if I was oinking on that.
It was
What would be your guess?
the options were Goldberg, Corbin, Reigns, and who? I'm
Renee Young.
gonna say Roman Reigns.
It's correct. But he also said he got the list on this website, and there are some pretty funny ones on there because it's the list of Jericho and the reason why they're on the list.
Oh man, I gotta see that.
We'll have to somehow, I can send you the link and maybe we can post it
Yeah.
or tweet it out or something. But I mean, it's funny. Like there's ones in here for being a stupid idiot, for interrupting me, for not shooting my good side, for laughing, for making another joke. Like some of them are just hilarious.
The answer on that. I remember he didn't really have any interactions really. With
I just
Roman
didn't know if he
Reigns.
had like a Shield thing with Kevin Owens. I wasn't sure. You know what I mean?
And the names for people are funny because some of them are like unnamed cameraman guy who looks like Seinfeld.
So that wasn't an official question, so we won't count that. What's the final score there?
I
John?
do believe. Well, let's go to the tallies here. We've got Sam with 6 and Fat JB's got 3. So your 2-time trivia champion.
Not trivia, but
Well, whatever we want to call this. This is my game show host voice, and we'd like to thank you guys for listening to this edition of WWE Trivia.
And thank you for sending in questions. I
You win.
appreciate
You get
it.
to keep the goddamn belt, you asshole.
and still your Wrestling Dorks competition champion challenge winner at the Real SCAV.
Good job.
And the crowd goes wild. Woo!
I beat the piss out of both challengers I've had, a music challenge and trivia. I'm
Yes,
waiting for
that's
somebody
pretty
to
good.
step up to a
No, you
man
did.
of
You
my
did good.
caliber.
You did very good. I knew all the answers except for 10 million, and you know what I mean. But yeah, I knew the answers. You were just better at mooing than I was, which I'm not
10
surprised.
million, that's gonna go
That's
down
because
in
you
the
weren't
annals.
supposed to move. You were supposed to.
I know the one I did moo
That's
on,
gonna
which
go down in
I'm
the annals,
stupid.
10 million.
That's legendary.
There's an infinite
I mean,
amount of
seriously,
numbers,
you
and
could have picked anything. Could have been 1.6 billion. I don't know. What? It's crazy that you
That's
picked
what
that.
we didn't win a mega
Yeah.
billion.
All
Thank
right,
you
so
for
let-
your questions.
Yes,
everybody.
everybody.
Thank you for
We will
listening.
definitely do that
We
again.
like the interaction.
And we would like to hear your feedback if
winning.
you submitted questions or you didn't or you wanted
And
to.
maybe some of the listeners learned a thing or two.
Oh, I'm sure they did. They learned that we know how to moo and oink. A couple of things we wanted to touch on here. So Sam, tell me about this rumor Jericho JR might be starting a wrestling fed.
Yeah, there was a rumor that Jericho and JR were going to be starting their own wrestling company backed by the owner of the Jacksonville Jaguars, who's a billionaire.
A billionaire, yes. I mean, they've got the financing. From what I understand, they've got 2 of the 3 parts. They have the talent, like as far as like the
They were going
bookers.
to, they were going to pull in obviously all the Japan talent, all
Right.
the indie talent, and
They have the money. The deal. The thing is,
I
do
would-
they have the TV deal? Because they have to
and
try to land
they
the
were
TV
saying
deal.
that Sinclair Broadcasting Group could get involved. That has like the deal right now on TV. I mean, I think it would be a good thing for wrestling.
Oh my God, it would
we
be-
could see they would put out some great TV, and that would force WWE to step their game up.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think it'd be nothing but good, and it'd be great to see guys jumping back and forth again. Just that whole who might show up this week. Remember during the Monday Night Wars, that whole thing was awesome. Another thing, you were proud of me for even knowing this, that the NWA 70th anniversary show was this weekend, and Nick Aldis beats Cody Rhodes and is your
Takes the title back.
new NWA champion. So, only thing is, does this mean that All In was just done, like the title change was only done because it was a special?
It was good for Cody. It was good for the show. It was good for the NWA.
Because it's actually Aldis's title to hold.
But yeah, Nick Aldis is the only NWA wrestler. So
yeah,
it has to be the champ.
It has to be the champ. That's kind of what I'm saying. So I guess, so good. I just wanted to bring it up because we're not just WWE. We do like wrestling.
Look
overall.
at you.
Yeah. So what else we got? A couple personal notes. We've got a big Halloween party this weekend. You're going to be there?
Probably not.
Oh, you're just full of shit. You were just telling me earlier.
I said, yeah, if you guys are still doing it, but it's a bunch of old people. They'll probably...
We are going to be...
I get done
party animals.
work at basically 11:30 on Friday, so then I got to drive.
We're going to be just getting there at 11:30.
Yeah, please.
Considering we're helping to host, I think we're going to be there.
I'm going to get there and it's all, trust me, I know how these old folks are. It's going to be over. There's going to be some really drunkies.
Just text us within 3 Wrestling Dorks, because one of us is going to be using their phone as the music player. So just text us within the chat and find out if we're still rocking. And we'll still be rocking. Yeah, 11:30 is like nothing, man. We're not that old.
Come on, we used to stay out till 4 a.m. with them.
Used to.
No, every time we go away, we're up. We're good.
Yeah.
I don't think you people can hang.
We can.
You need to see this costume that I'm wearing.
Yeah.
I was thinking today that I think I might go. What do you think, Jay? Like, I might unbutton the shirt and wear the fake muscle chest underneath it.
No.
You'd rather me just be a
Why
pudgy
are you
man.
Unbuttoning a shirt. Nobody else is gonna have their. What casino dealer?
What casino dealer wears a cut off sleeves? I mean, are we
One at
serious?
Planet Hollywood?
That's just to make.
There's a jack dude at Planet Hollywood that does that.
That's just to make it fun, but to go unbutton it, I don't know. That makes it very un-casino dealer like.
Oh, jeez. It's in somebody's basement. We're using not real chips. I mean,
don't care.
All right, fine. I will cram all of this man girth into a shirt, and then I'll have it oozing out the sides, and you'll be embarrassed.
Why is it oozing out the sides?
Because I am a large gentleman of epic proportions.
Well,
There's going to be hair everywhere, too.
There's going to be hair and
and
just globs of goop. It's just going to be awful.
Globs of goop, there's going to be
fat,
yogurt coming out.
It might be. Don't worry, I'll use body wash. Yeah.
I'm disgusted by thinking about yogurt coming out.
Hey, you didn't used to be disgusted by that.
Yeah.
Hey. Anyways, Jay Lucky be wearing her sexy, whatever. What do women wear? Everything's like a sexy anything at Halloween for them. I feel kind of bad for them sometimes because you can't just go. Well, I guess you could just go as but you can't just go as like a cat. You have to be like a sexy cat, or you know what I mean?
And that's how they say it. A sexy cat.
I can go as whatever I want.
Costume trivia.
Remember last year we were gonna go. We decided we were gonna do He-Man and She-Ra.
We never did it.
We never did it.
That's next year. We'll figure out a way to wear those.
We'll just do 80s cartoon characters Halloween party. Be pretty fun.
There aren't that many, are there? Oh, there's a ton,
not that many 80s cartoons.
Actually,
What is she
I guess now
talking
there's
about?
less cartoons.
Yeah, now
I mean, there's a lot of cartoons
we could just
now,
do,
but they're
we
more
could just
adult
do,
cartoons.
We could just do cartoon characters. That way somebody could come as like Homer Simpson if they wanted to. Maybe we'll do
That's
that.
80s.
Oh yeah, that's true. That'd be
Yeah.
pretty
At the very
fun.
end, like 89.
Yeah, I
I
was
think
going to say
the
very
sketch-
end. That's just makes
Did
it.
a little research on our argument from earlier. Bald men do need to use shampoo.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, specifically they need scalp soothing, skin fortifying shampoo. It'll help heal any bad
I stand
itching,
corrected. I just
flaking,
wouldn't
or
have thought that.
dryness. And its oils will nourish the skin to prevent over drying, which is a risk with some shampoo. So they might need a special shampoo, but they still need shampoo.
So if you are a bald man, this is our public service announcement.
They probably already
Use
know.
shampoo.
Don't
to
just use
soothe
body wash
soothe your scalp.
like a goddamn animal like I am. I would just
Well, I
use a
think
bar
the
of
bald
soap.
men are probably, since they're the bald ones, already know it. Just morons like you.
I'm just using like a bar of lava soap on my head. I stand corrected. I didn't realize. I just thought
Like
skin was
trivia.
skin.
Yeah, it's like trivia. Where
You got your championship belt. What else do you want out of me? You want humiliation?
I love it. That's what I go for. It's humiliation.
You know, humiliation. Well, come to the party on Friday night. There'll be plenty of humiliation.
Yeah.
You're going to see what I'm dressed
I'm
as.
gonna have to come in
You can
and
see what I'm dressed as.
check
Dude,
that out.
you're going to look amazing. She gets to wear, I shouldn't say gets to. I'm not like jealous.
I was like, do you want to wear a corset?
You should be able to.
She's wearing a corset
you want, buddy.
and fishnets and like heels. And I'm wearing like dressed like an asshole. Like, we're gonna walk in together and people will be like, why did you bring this guy? Like, it's gonna be complete.
They say that normally when you
Fuck
come
you.
in.
I was waiting for that. You dumb asshole. All right, ladies and gentlemen, please go on to, let's see, what are the plugs here, Sam? What's the big one? Where do you want them to go to check us out?
The one that pays us the monies.
So the Patreon.
And by the way, there's not a lot of monies being paid, folks.
Yeah. Check out the Patreon. Go on to patreon.com and search the Guerrilla Press. You can catch the Guerrilla Press a day earlier than all of your compatriots. Is that a word? Compatriots?
Oh,
Can
maybe.
make it a word.
Why not? And also, I've recently posted a new outtakes episode. We record outtakes before and sometimes after every Guerrilla Press. So catch our latest one that just came out last week.
We don't purposely record them, though.
We don't. I mean, we're doing mostly tests and things like
Sound
that,
checks.
but a lot of times it comes out as funny shit. Make sure you send emails to J Lucky's mail sack. We appreciate the fan mail again. Pamela, thank you for listening. Please continue to send us mail. J Lucky will be answering email questions once the mail sack is full. That is tappedouttgp@gmail.com.
I want to answer a bunch of questions, not just one.
Yeah, not just one at a time. Also, please continue to send the WWE trivia. This is not a once and done. I mean, unless people hated it, which I can't imagine.
I loved it.
Yeah, you loved it. You fucking moo
They probably
cow.
want, better competition, but
The next time it's you two against each other. But anyways, continue to send the
I
trivia.
wouldn't know any of that stuff. That's why I asked people on Twitter. I said, send me questions. Oh, and send me answers too, because
Yes.
I don't know.
She will continue to compile the questions, and just because you put it in this week, you might not hear it for a month, but we're going to compile the questions up and continue to
Yeah,
WWE
send
trivia.
me more questions.
sounds good to me. I'm all for it.
Yeah. Follow us at Wrestling Dorks on Twitter. Follow him at The Real SCav. Follow her at
Dang
J Lucky
right.
Sunshine. And don't forget to check out the Tapped Out Podcast Network. They have the Tapped Out Podcast, which is a weekly show. And
I need to come up with a name for my trivia segment.
WWE Trivia?
No, like
Oh.
J Lucky's Tricky Trivia.
J Lucky's answer box.
Why is it always going to be my box and my sack?
No.
I never said anything.
It's
about
not
That's
always-
the first time I brought up box.
My answer box?
Question box.
I feel like that's... Can we not say box? I don't
Stop
know
saying
why.
box,
I feel
both of you.
I feel like I don't want to talk about my box.
I kind of don't want to either, but all right. Well,
Wait, why'd you sound disgusted about my box?
I just mean I don't want to talk about it.
Oh.
Thank you for listening, and we will catch you next week on an all-new Guerrilla Press.
Oh, is that the sign off?
That's your fucking sign-off, you idiot.
I didn't know we
Hey,
were just
Wait,
talking about
wait,
box.
let's try this again.
thank you for listening.
I wasn't ready to go.
All right, everybody, I am John. This is a fucker, cow, Sam, and thank you for listening to the
Who about
Guerrilla.
me?
Oh, what?
I didn't get to say goodbye.
I don't always say J Lucky,
Yes,
do
you
I?
do. I always get to say
All right,
goodbye.
We'd
everybody.
like to send our best, by the way, to Joe Anawai.
Oh yes,
That's what I'm going to say for now.
yes. All right. Anyways, I am John. That's Sam. This is J Lucky. We will catch you next week on an all new Guerrilla Press.
See ya.
Later.